Orla, and I would like to just congratulate. Congratulations are something that you can use in a subject such as this. My colleagues in preparing this motion and putting it before the House, because I think it is vitally important. The focus on solutions to homelessness has largely been a citywide perspective, and while this is warranted, it is important to focus on the rise of rural homelessness, for example, in my constituency of Donegal. The same intensity of resourcing, staffing and financing that Dublin and other cities are receiving to help combat the growing tide of homelessness is not the same intensity afforded to rural constituencies like Donegal. In fact, we still don't know how many homeless are in rural Ireland because the Housing First response to homelessness has not trickled out across the country. The official figure of the number of people homeless in Donegal, as documented by your department, is 12. And I know for a fact that that figure is incorrect. There are homeless shelters in Donegal full to capacity with at least 20 adults, and that is just one shelter that I know of. But it has also become evident that the county councils record homelessness in very different ways. The pass system is being used quite inconsistently across the board. Ideally, someone who presents themselves as homeless to the council is automatically logged in and wraparound provisions are provided for. In Donegal, it's a different story. Homelessness is only visible between the hours of 9 and 5, when the council doors remain open and help switches off at 5 o'clock. For example, a woman fleeing domestic violence in the middle of the night can't get registered because there is no out-of-hours pass system in Donegal. There is a very narrow definition of what homelessness means. Anyone in sheltered accommodation, temporary accommodation or couch surfing is not considered homeless, and as is happening to a family in Letterkenny this week, a family who does not have habitual residence cannot be registered as homeless either. We also don't have an accurate estimate of the number of people with mental health issues coming from the mental health services and who end up homeless. Giancorda, the fact of the matter is that we don't have the numbers, we don't have a solution. At such a crisis as this, a system like PASS should not become a closed user group where only a select few individuals have access to it. NGOs are not automatically contacted to deal with an individual, as is the case in Galway, Cork and Dublin, so people don't get the wraparound support that they really need. People are even going to Derry where they will get a certain amount of help. The Minister must ensure that resources are going where they are needed. Greater oversight is required to ensure councils reform the systems of recording homelessness. This could be done simply through a circular where the Minister decides how homelessness should be recorded. We also need resources to provide dedicated caseworkers with solutions tailored to individual on hand and funding for more homeless action teams, including for out-of-hours funding. Minister, despite billions being spent to solve the issue of homelessness, the response has been too slow, inconsistent and system-led, and Housing First has not been adequately adopted across the country. But perhaps that suits to keep the numbers lower than you declare. Thank you.